You're locked into Hits 92.3. The views, stories, and opinions shared on this program belong solely to the hosts and their guests. They do not represent the views of Hits 92.3 Radio, management, staff, partners, advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. And if you don't know what any of that means, listener discretion is advised. Now sit back, turn up your volumes, and enjoy the content from one of the greatest, dopest radio personalities to ever touch this microphone in 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing out there? It's your girl Sunshine Reigns, aka Griselda Blanca, aka Uni the Motivator. What is going on? Why don't y'all see me? AKA Uni the Motivator, AKA the Party Starter. But you tune in each and every day because I am your hood unicorn. I'm here to wake you up with positivity, motivation, current events, and a ton of laughter. And I am so confused right now as to what's going on. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm good for doing 4 or 5 things at the same time. But come on, YouTube. Okay. Hold on. Let me tell you about the show today. As soon as I get into this bad boy. Am I not? Okay. Okay, so I'm not hot. Okay, hold on. Let's go see what's going on here. I am hot. What's going on? No, I don't want to leave the studio. Okay, well, it says we're hot. I'm answering that. All right, it says we're hot. I don't know what's going on over here. I'll figure this out in a second. But y'all, we've got a great show planned for you today, okay? Good gracious almighty. It's going to be one of those days. I can already tell. I can just tell. I can tell. It's going to be one of those days with y'all. And that's fine. If that's how I got to roll it, that's how I got to roll it. Y'all, we about to go ahead and play some music while I fix all of this. Because it's a lot. It's a lot going on. All hustle, no fear on Hits 92.3.
All right, so Slim, you still got the way. All right. So you playing what up, though? King of this shit, what up, though? Yeah. 2 hour, bitch. 2 hour, bitch. 2 hour, bitch. What? 2 hour, bitch. 2 hour, bitch. What?
I'm in the clouds when I'm with you. Girl, what's your name? I hope this don't offend you. Tastes like cocaine. I didn't think I'd get you. I get so high. Now I'm feeling for you, baby. Where's the lie?
I'm living on roses of wine. Out of blue, this feels like love.
Ribbons in the sky, they fall on you. This feels like love.
What you lacing in my weed, put my life on my life. Well, you know just what to do. Baby, I can't wait to get to you.
It's a vibe and a function. Is that tribal or something? Where the shit was about dead, girl, till I end up coming out rap like I signed a dungeon. Yeah, like Big Boy Dre now. Try to kinda look like Bay now. I'ma shoot my shot like Jay now. Shit, I shoot like right now. Home team girl like straight now. On God, little Lord to make a way now. If you scared, go to church like gay now. But ain't scared, I'm with a DJ now. She said I pass on my heart, we can blade now. But I like them blocks, okay now. Shit, I shade them. I said, girl, your love is so guitar. Now let me play on that. I play your favorite song, God Clash. Let me stay on that. I knew it was a smash when I featured Sonya Blade on that. 4 years later, caught her up and hit replay on that. Girl, I had you spending all your funds. Hit you with this rock and you think that I'm cheating Peter Gunn. Say some shit like, nigga, did you smoke crack before you came over? You remind me of my G, but I just Range Rovers. Dog that pussy, I don't really care, I just want you to come around my way. I never got a lot of mouth that'll make you scream, God, find your pay, ain't he good? Yeah, think I like it better around my face. Get your top 8, I think I like it better around my space. Tano, anyway, white lines, black glove, opposites attracting here. I just brought the pack in here, and I brought this hard drive computer, don't get hacked in here. 2i tribe on God, blade, we snapped in here. Willie and baby.
Roses of wine, out of blue. This feels like love, like love.
Ribbons in the sky, they fall on you. This feels like love, like love.
What you lacing in my weed, put my life on mine. Well, you know just what to do. Baby, I can't wait to get to you.
Some spaces you walk into, and some you remember. Soft light, intentional design, a space that doesn't just hold your content, it elevates it. This is more than a place to create, it's an experience. For creators who want their work to feel different, more refined, more intentional, more you. Book your space now on Peerspace. Studio Luminaire. Link in bio.
I just want to run my business and do relationship with my friends, and that's it. That's it. That's it.
You are now tuned in to All Hustle and No Fear with your girl, the Hood Unicorn. Come on, let's go.
Back against the wall, last name against the rope. Middle finger stretched, if you're thinking it's a joke, tell my friend I'm about to blow, 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 about to blow.
Baby, come see me another day when money ain't a problem. And my Twitter account got about 5 million followers. I'm on a bumpy road, but bit I'm smooth and go like butter. Fly away like beauties do after their caterpillars. I'm changing, don't need a filter. Been vibing since I was a toddler. Got the juice from my father. Maybe that's why I bother to bring this light tonight and illuminate their tomorrows. Saving them from their sorrows. Hope if I lead, they follow. Cause when we need a beacon, I'ma be that shit. Little girl made it off rapping, never sold a brick or hit a lick. Appreciate the little things, alleviate the lunatics. Then maybe then I'll take your shit. Cause baby, I've been thinking about it all day. Looks so good, I'll fuck you in this hallway. Trying to run the world, but I can't concentrate. Something like that Nunu and Rashad every Sunday night. Something like that Nunu and Rashad every Sunday night. Something like that Nunu and Rashad every Sunday night. Something like that Nunu and Rashad. Babe, I'm feeling better and I'ma start stormy weather, run off endeavors. Picked my ass off the pavement, thought I'd be there forever. I always think I know better, I always know that I don't. I'm seeing God as a humor, sometimes I feel like a joke. Grandmama laughing in heaven, still ain't done right with my blessing. You fresh air when I'm stressing, you make me feel like I'm standing, flying away from this planet. You pick me up when I'm landing, I can't be so damn distracted, gotta go through with my planning. I knew that we were meant to be the night I caught your show, and now we running shit but have so very far to go. And all I need is you and me, and that's the only thing I know. So go ahead and drop them draws just like before, yo. Cause baby, I've been thinking about it all day. Look so good, I'll fuck you in this hallway. Trying to run the world, but I can't concentrate. Something like that new and Rashad every Sunday night. Something like that new and Rashad every Sunday night. Something like that new and Rashad every Sunday night. Something like that new and Rashad. Something like that new and Rashad every Sunday night. Something like that new and Rashad every Sunday night. Something like that new and Rashad every Sunday night. Something like that new and Rashad.
Hey, the secret's out. Hits 92.3 is now accepting submissions for brand new shows. That's right, you could become a radio personality right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. You don't have experience? That's okay. You don't live in Georgia? That's okay. You don't know what to do now? Now that's not okay. But your girl is here to help you out. Email us today at hits923newshow@gmail.com and tell us about your potential show with Hits. Again, that email address is hits923newshow@gmail.com. Don't be last, the slots are filling fast.
Good morning. How y'all doing out there today? I am Sunshine, and we're going to get this show started. I've got news. I've got things to talk about. I've just got a lot of going on. See, this is, y'all playing with me today. Why it look like that? This is hilarious. All right, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. Whatever. I don't know at this point. I'm just here. All right, here we go. 420,000 peach trees are destroyed. All right. AI could be replacing workers, and $20 insulin. That's what we're talking about today on All Hustle, No Fear. We've got stories that are taking over the internet, and Stoner Brown will be in the building, and we'll be talking about some things with him as well. But before we get started, let's talk about what's going on in California with farmers cutting down 420 peach trees, right? And we also are going to talk about China and something that they're doing with their workers in AI. And also, we're going to be talking about some people that are trying to make insulin affordable, which it absolutely should be. All right. California farmers are cutting down 420,000 peach trees after the collapse of Del Monte contracts, leaving millions in losses and raising serious questions about food systems in America. Wait a minute. today is really, yeah, it's doing it. It's doing it. All right. So that's not the story just yet. That's not the first one I got. The first one I've got is a nonprofit story about insulin. Oh, we're going to go back and edit this, and this is going to be fun. Every day can't be perfect, you guys. All right. People are asking, why was it so expensive for insulin to be made? Because there's a nonprofit that's making it for $20. In a nonprofit in Cambridge, Massachusetts, they are trying to do something that sounds almost impossible in America's healthcare system. They want to sell insulin for around $20 to $30 a vial. Insulin. The same insulin that some Americans have been paying hundreds of dollars for. So here's what's going on. The profit is called Project Insulin, and it's working on developing a low-cost generic insulin and sell it directly to patients at cost, without the pressure of shareholders or massive pharmaceutical profits driving the price up. According to the organization, many insulin patients have already expired, meaning patents, not patients. I'm sorry. Many insulin patents have already expired, meaning there's technically nothing stopping others from producing it. So now the nonprofit is trying to raise funding to start manufacturing insulin themselves. If insulin can be sold for $20, why are people paying $300? Why are people paying $300 if it can be sold for $20? Same thing goes for something like saline. Why does saline cost $100 when you go to the doctor, and saline is just purified water and a little bit of salt? According to Project Insulin, about 8 million Americans rely on insulin, and roughly 1 in 5 insulin-dependent patients have had to ration their medication because of cost. That part is serious because insulin is not optional for many diabetics. And here's the thing too, we blame a lot of diabetes on, portion control, sweets, eating wrong, and things like that. But I know a couple, and when I say a couple, I know more than one diabetic that has like type 1 diabetes, where their pancreas just never produced insulin correctly from a baby. Like it wasn't something that they created. As a matter of fact, one of these people is probably one of the most fittest people I know, and he's had diabetes for as long as I've known him. And yeah, he definitely isn't like a candy eater or things like that. So don't put this as something that, well, you got yourself into this problem because you can't, control yourself. No, there are a lot of people who have absolutely no control over why they ended up with diabetes. It has nothing to do with just, obesity or things like that, or drinking too many sodas. So, because I hate when people do that. I hate when people generalize it. This is not a generalization type thing. For a lot of people, insulin isn't optional. It's not, you can't, okay, I'll skip this month. People literally die from rationing off their insulin. Okay. In recent years, certain companies have lowered prices. You even have certain states. I believe Georgia was like that for a while because Senator Raphael Warnock, he was trying to make it so $30 that insulin got capped at $30. And I believe also it's Virginia, who is their senator has just figured out a way to cap insulin off. So it's possible. It's possible. Certain companies have lowered prices, and there are federal caps for some Medicare patients. Lilly, for example, announced major insulin price cuts back in 2023 after years of public pressure. But advocates say that millions of people still fall through the cracks depending on insurance status, income, employment, and the specific insulin that they might need. That's where this nonprofit says, we're going to fill the gap. We're trying to fill the gap. Okay? Because as Americans, we're supposed to help each other, right? This is supposed to be the greatest country in the world. Life-saving medicine should not be a business model. Living a healthy life should not be a part of your business model. It shouldn't be the bottom line. You shouldn't use that as a way to further your agenda, your luxuries, and your family worth. Like, it just doesn't sound right. So okay, wait. Insulin itself isn't new. It's been around for about over 100 years. The original inventors famously sold the patent for almost nothing because they believed insulin should be accessible to everyone. So when people hear that insulin prices have exploded anyway, they start to question the system. If a nonprofit can potentially make insulin affordable, what exactly justified the prices before? Was it research? Was it manufacturing? Was it corporate profit? Or was it greed? And one thing about it in America, healthcare conversations always end up circling back to the same issue: greed. Who gets access to care? Who gets priced out of surviving? And greed. Absolutely greed. All right. Speaking of greed, as a country, you want your people to be flourishing. That makes your country great, right? Being racist and having people living under fear and under thumb and under tyranny, that doesn't make your country great. We talk so much about, oh, that's communism. That's communism. We don't do that because we don't live in a communism system. But I keep wondering, is communism really that bad? Is it really that bad? Because you have places like China that are doing things, and yes, where there are some things that they do with their citizens that we don't necessarily agree on. I'm sure there's lots of things that we do with our citizens that other countries don't necessarily agree on. Some stuff just makes sense. So here go one. A major court ruling came out of China and is starting a global conversation about work, technology, and what happens when AI starts replacing real people on the job. A Chinese court officially ruled that companies cannot simply fire workers because AI can do the job cheaper. Well, don't that make a lick of sense? I mean, that makes a ton of sense. Just because you have a system that can do it cheaper does not mean that you should go and lay off 1,000 people. It messes with the economy. It's not just about you. It's about the whole system that we're running here. Here's what happened. A worker at a Chinese tech company was reportedly pushed out after the company started using large language models, basically AI systems, similar to ChatGPT, to take over parts of his job. Now, according to the reports, the employee was offered a lower position with a 40% pay cut after the company automated much of his role. When he refused the demotion, they fired him. Wait a minute, we can do that? We can do that? You can refuse a demotion? You be like, yeah, no, I'm not taking that. I'm good. I'm just going to go back to my job. I'm going to go back to work. And they'd be like, oh, okay, bet. You can refuse a demotion? The court stepped in and said, because not so fast. Okay. The Hangs Out Intermediate People's Court ruled that simply adopting AI technology does not automatically justify terminating an employee under Chinese labor law. That ruling hit globally because this is exactly what workers everywhere are afraid of right now. People are watching companies introduce AI tools and asking, am I training the thing that's eventually going to replace me? Now, I want you guys to think about this when you are working in these tech companies and you're realizing that your company is having you do things that is definitely training the AI. Baby, I don't know if y'all saw Bring It On, but you don't never ever train your replacement, okay? And if you do, you don't train your replacement to do it better, right, or good. That's just all I'm saying here. Like, if I was working there, I would be inputting, weird codes or mess the sentences up. You ain't got to put a full sentence. Drop some weird words in there. Because one thing I know, and two things for sure, them computers, they can only run as good as somebody take care of them. They can't fix themselves yet. Okay, this ain't the Jetsons. We got a lot of computers making computers, but you still need people to fix the computers. AI is expensive. It is expensive to run. Eventually, these companies are going to realize that it costs more money to do these programs and have this AI than it would be to just have a regular person. And we're going to have to stall them out. But we're also going to have a little bit of malice compliance. We're going to have some malice compliance out here. You want me to go ahead and train this AI? That's fine. We are up here at a business that makes pharmaceuticals. I'm going to train the AI how to cook quiche. You know what I mean? You malice compliance. You want me to teach this thing? I'm going to teach it some stuff. It might not be what you wanted to know, but that's to protect me. It's going to mess up a little bit. I'd be dropping Michelle Pfeiffer lyrics throughout this from Dangerous Minds throughout this whole thing. We just going to drop weird sentences in there. Every couple of paragraphs, it's going to be a weird sentence in there that just don't make no sense. Keanu Reeves quotes. Be dropping Drake lyrics all throughout that bad boy like I'm Issa Rae. You know what I mean? Like, don't put yourself in a position where you work yourself out of a position. Me personally, y'all would have to catch me teaching this thing the wrong thing, because that's exactly the way I would do that. Don't you dare teach it the right thing. You teach it wrong, okay? You teach it how to do that shit wrong, okay? Now, let's be clear. China is not completely banning replacing workers with AI, despite what some headlines are making it sound like, okay? What the ruling is actually saying is that companies still have legal responsibilities to workers. They can't just say AI and throw people away without proper justification, compensation, or fair reassignment. That changes the conversation, okay? This is one of the first major court rulings anywhere in the world trying to draw a legal line between technological progress and worker protections. The court also said something important. They acknowledge that companies are allowed to innovate and use new technology, but they also have a responsibility to retain workers and help transition them into new roles when possible. That's probably the part people are really paying attention to, because right now AI conversations keep sounding like adapt or get left behind. This ruling asks a different question. Should companies bear some responsibility for the disruption that they create? And that's where this becomes bigger than China, because now everywhere right now, customer service jobs, tech jobs, writing jobs, design jobs, editing jobs, and even management positions are all being affected by AI automation. Workers are starting to realize this isn't some future problem anymore. They taking our jobs right now. What you gonna do about it? Again, malice compliance is always a choice. And would I take on malice compliance? I think so. And again, it's not about just doing the wrong thing. It's just about throwing a little wonky code in there. It's too easy. It's too easy, y'all. Just throw a little wonky code in there. Teacher said, might as well. Hell, might as well. Might as well. See, this is the thing. Like, in the end, if no one has jobs and we can't pay our rent, they make it illegal to become homeless. And legally in the Constitution, if you become a prisoner, all bets are off. You absolutely are into slavery the moment you become a prisoner. And it's legal. It's legalized slavery. They can do whatever they want. Hell, you go to Louisiana, a lot of the people that are working in the Wendy's and you know what? We need to talk about that. Okay, hold on, pause. Time out. We're gonna take this to a whole nother section because I don't even have a thing on. My brain just hit something right there. Y'all, when Stoner gets here, we're gonna talk about the whole Anita Grayson thing and her running into that coffee shop and dying because she thought she was going into battle and that wasn't nobody gonna be in battle with her. In Louisiana specifically, I don't know about other states, but I know specifically Louisiana. Places like Wendy's, Popeyes, KFC, fast food restaurants utilize prisoners in their stores for cheap labor. Are you listening to what I'm saying? So y'all is in here running into these restaurants with, you think it's a convicted felon, but this is literally somebody who is going back to sleep behind a cell tonight. Okay? He's being borrowed. He's being borrowed by the penitentiary system. And you running up on these people. Why are y'all running into these restaurants with these folks that are clearly 5150? And if they not 5150, you are 51 and they are 12. These people are barely old enough to be working in these establishments. These are people with, this is their first freaking job. You know what? I'm gonna wait till Stoner get here because we gonna talk about that. That whole situation just really tickles my taint. Because why is something like at max a $4 or $5 coffee worth raising your blood pressure that high? And I know it hurt. I know her head was just hurting yelling at them folks. She was definitely seeing red. You're not going to tell me she wasn't. Y'all, we're going to go ahead and go to this next story. Hopefully Stoner will be in here soon because that, I really do want to talk about that. That is ridiculous. Anyways, okay, since we're talking about it, just quick question. You think I'm right when I say we need to go ahead and teach the AI whatever we want to teach it? Like, are y'all thinking, Sunshine might have one right there? Like, do you have a job that you know that they are making you train an AI? You know this AI could potentially replace somebody's job. You gonna throw a little razzle dazzle in there just for fun? Just asking. I'm just asking. See, like, there are little silent protests that I do against certain things like that, like taking away jobs from people. I will stand in line. If I do not have to go through the checkout, the self-checkout, I won't. And I go through the line for a reason. That's a real person right there that had to have this job. I'd rather go and ring my stuff up with a real person that's going to get paid for this than to give it to a machine that's taking a job away from somebody in my community who could be robbing me. But instead, they're at work getting the money that they need and leaving my shit alone. Sometimes you got to think about it like that. You know what I mean? Like, is what we're doing, is it taking something away from somebody else that eventually could take something from us? That's all I'm saying. Teacher Anitra is here. She says, it used to be us training people overseas to take our jobs. Now we have to deal with these computers. And I mean, let's be honest. That's when y'all should have started the malice compliance. When y'all started having to train somebody across the water and you knew you was training them for your job, you should have been throwing in some bad code then. I mean, that's just me. Maybe I'm wrong. And that's why I don't work in a corporate situation. Because me working in a corporate situation would have me doing dumb shit like this. It just would. I would feel like we needed to. Anyways, I'm from Atlanta. Well, I've been in Atlanta for I feel so old being I've been in Atlanta longer than you've been alive, little whippersnapper. But I've been in Atlanta since the 1900s. Okay, that's how long I've lived here, since the 1900s. And for the life of me, I never thought of California as a place to go get peaches. I would have thought they was gonna be downtown somewhere, that we would have peach trees everywhere in Atlanta, but no, we don't. But California is saying, you know what? I got your peach trees. We're gonna cut them down. So, how did we get here? How did we get here? Farmers in Central California are prepping to destroy around 420,000 peach trees after food giant Del Monte Foods shuts down multiple canneries tied to peach processing. Now, thousands of acres of fruit basically have nowhere to go. Okay, y'all can't just open up y'all fields and let some people come in and get some peaches before it all go bad. Like, why? I don't understand how wasteful companies are. Like, the idea of, I can't use it, but I don't want you to have it. I don't want you to use it. I don't want you to figure out something you can do with it. Is crazy work to me. We're talking about clean stone peaches, the kind typically used for canning peaches and fruit cups, according to reports. About 50,000 tons of peaches could end up going unused this season. A lot of these farmers had long-term contracts with Del Monte for years. Some families have been growing peaches for generations. But after Del Monte's bankruptcy issues and cannery shutdowns, those contracts disappeared almost overnight, leaving farmers stuck with orchards they say they can't profit from anymore. Officials say the damage could total around $550 million in lost revenues for growers and local communities. The USDA has reportedly approved up to $9 million in federal aid to help farmers remove the trees and transition to different crops, because at this point, keeping the peach orchards alive may actually cost farmers more money. This is bigger than peaches, y'all. This is yet another example of how one major corporation collapsing can create a domino effect across entire communities. Factory workers lose jobs. Truck drivers lose routes. Farmers lose contracts. Small towns lose income. People lose food. And suddenly, hundreds and thousands of healthy trees are being cut down, not because the food is bad, because the system around it is broken. People are out here paying $7 for fruit at the grocery store. Like, for real, for real. Food expensive as hell. Why does a salad cost more than a hamburger? No, I'm for real. Why do I have to pay $20 for a salad? I'm curious. Because it shouldn't cost that much money for lettuce, carrots, corn, a couple of beets, maybe some cucumbers, and a little bit of cheese. The wildest part to me is that over and over and over again, we have seen where when you give in, they take more. Y'all, gas ain't never gonna go back down because we keep getting gas, because we have not completely just totaled the system and been like, y'all got to fix this. We're allowing people to continuously make hand over foot profit, and then we the people who are the brokest, are holding the system up for them and keeping it alive and perpetrating the thought processes behind it. I'm sure somebody somewhere could come up with a think tank on how they could figure out how to save these trees if Del Monte has gone down. But see, this is the things that we don't think about or that you might not realize. A lot of times they don't own the patent for that type of tree. Somebody like Monstero owns it, or Bill Gates or whatever else, right? So part of them having to cut down those trees is because they can't afford the licensing to be able to keep the trees up, because they pay the licensing because of the production that they create. They get their money from it that way. Well, they can't pay the licensing for the trees. You can't just let this tree just grow here all willy-nilly. You don't own the DNA of the tree. Yeah. That kind of stupid shit. So what are you supposed to do with that? You know what I mean? Y'all are mighty quiet out there. Teacher said, Teacher said, hey, no. When it happened to me, I called it out the day I was supposed to train. I called out the day I was supposed to train. And think about this, though, Teacher. What if she's talking about the AI, teaching your AI or teaching your counterparts in another country or whatever to basically take over your job? What if everybody in the company had the flu that day, the blue flu or whatever they call it? You know what I'm saying? When everybody collectively is like, oh yeah, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. What if collectively, when jobs put out systems or things that the workers know just ain't gonna work and is not right, y'all collectively get together and speak up and say, we're not doing this. And I know exactly what you're saying. Sunshine, what you're talking about is a union. I know. And unions are basically illegal or just one of those things that they try very hard for companies not to have. And you will get a Walmart or a Amazon shut down with even the slightest talk of unionizing. I get it. But what if it wasn't something that you collectively had to get together and have a company or have a president or whatever come up and say, this is what we're going to do? What if collectively that was just how people ran, how we operated? Like how I say, if you owe me money and I work for you, and you can't pay me this week, my minimum is you won't see me back here until you can pay me. I'm not going to give you more of my time and rack up more of a debt for you. I'm doing this for you. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for you. If you can't pay me now, why would I allow you to rack up more debt and can't pay me later? What if collectively, as a people, everybody just felt like that? You wouldn't have some of the problems we have with these jobs. What if collectively as a people, we were like, hey, y'all, they charging us way too much for rent across the board. We all feel the same way. They charging us way too much for rent and they not paying us enough. So we're not going to go to work and we're not going to pay rent. We all just going to go in the house and stay. We're just going to go in the house and sit. You got to do something. It has to be fixed. So, Teacher said, damn, y'all could have turned it into a peach plucking farm or something. Dang, like they ain't got to go in the cans. Like we could have figured out something to do with these peaches. Something. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. We're going to slide into a break real quick. But remember, check out Queen and Slim's Kitchen at their next event. Oh, my God. I love me some Queen and Slim's Kitchen. Let me tell you something. I know it sounds weird when I said it, but Slim might be the only man that's ever cooked for me like that. Oh, I love that man. I love that man. Queen was like, don't say it like that. I feel you, Queen, but man, I ain't never really had no man cook for me like that. The plates be great. And I just love it. God, that man can cook. Y'all mention All Hustle, No Fear, and you'll get 30% off of your order. Okay. You can follow Queen and Slim's Kitchen at Queen and Slim's Kitchen on all social media platforms, and you can find out where they're going to be at for their next events, or you can hit them up for catering inquiries. Okay. Because let me tell you something. Stoner Brown had a birthday party for his son, and he had Queen and Slim's there. And when I tell you, I was mad because he literally said, y'all can't take stuff home. He said it. And then he put a whole pan away and was like, oh, no, this pan is just for me. Hire Queen and Slim for your next event. I promise you, it's worth it. All right. Artists, if you've got music that needs real exposure, this one's for you. You can submit your music today at allhustlenofear.com. We take clean and explicit music, and our music packages include radio promotion, streaming promotion, and visibility across YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook and Instagram. Right now, we're running a $30 special for music or your music video. It's 1 month promotion. All right. Don't sit on your work. Get it heard. Visit allhustlenofear.com to submit your music today. All right. And speaking of music, we're going to go ahead. There was a comment just popped up. Oh, no, it wasn't. We're going to go ahead and play some music for y'all. And when we get back, hopefully Stoner Brown will be in the building. And we've got a couple of conversations to talk to you about. And we are definitely talking about Anita Grayson. Definitely going to talk about that. Here's Shakira with Toxic. This goes out to you know who.
Pop up this time. What's your deal? Why you ain't been hitting my line? I assume you found some you think is fine. She can't be much better than me, nigga. I am prime. Who in the hell do you think you're fooling, yo? This gotta be the $1 million question. Thought I learned my lesson until you reached out to me with that cap confession. Ooh. Tell me why you and I gotta be so toxic. That's what I wanna know. Tell me why you and I gotta be so heartless. Almost like we don't wanna grow. Tell me why you and I gotta act so evil. So evil, so evil. Tell me why we both act like it's so easy to let go, knowing we can't leave each other alone, 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 alone. Since day one, we had this high. You were like no other, filling me up with your hype. Got me caught up in vibes. 1 in a million, nothing's the same. I'm going insane. You started to change. Why would you change? Everything you bring up to me, it turns into pain. I forgave you, you ain't need it. Your words misleading. Even with all the red flags that I've seen before this, I didn't wanna believe it. I know it's better out there, but I ain't going nowhere. Who else gon' understand me? Stay up joking with me, beat my back while he's pulling my hair. Oh, said I never would've thought we would've ended. I never would've thought I'd lose my best friend. I don't think that I can get used to this. One day we'll be over, then we're back in love again. Tell me why you and I gotta be so toxic. That's what I wanna know. Tell me why you and I gotta be so heartless. Almost like we don't wanna grow. Tell me
Kitchen. We cater events, private parties, corporate gatherings, and more. Book now by texting 757-729-0244 or visit @Queen and Slim's Kitchen on Instagram to make your next event unforgettable.
Da 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 da. You get on my damn nerves. My patience running thin. This ain't even anger. Bitch, you make me anxious. This is barely about us. You got problems in your mind, and you keep making big threats, and we don't see eye to eye. You spend half your life with dilated pupils. I don't think you're nice, and you treat me kinda cruel. All your moves is crazy, you compromise my safety. All your friends are shady, they tried to warn me vaguely. You patronize me daily, you never call me baby or treat me like a lady. And mainly, quite frankly, you get on my damn nerves. My patience wearing thin, and this ain't even anger. Bitch, you make me anxious. This is barely about us. You got problems in your mind, and you keep making big threats, and we don't see eye to eye at your big ribage. You should have a grip on that reckless rage, and I should take a hint, cause my resting state shouldn't be delusional. I should contemplate how we got to this conclusion. Well, we used to have some things so simple, so sweet. You had me blush and sweat me off of my feet. We used to hide the shit all down to a science. Now are we sharing this? Imagine if we stood our ground. I wish that we could work this out. Let's get it. You get on my damn nerves. My patience wearing thin, and this ain't even anger. Bitch, you make me anxious. This is bad about us. You got problems in your mind, and you keep making big threats, and we don't see eye to eye. Yeah, God, problems, and you get on my damn nerves.
Body image and positivity are major impacts in today's society. At Nurse to Beauty, we believe in bringing the beauty from within to the forefront. For those of you who are planning to have cosmetic surgery, Nurse to Beauty is ready and available for all of your postoperative needs. My name is Dontricia Dunham, and I am the registered nurse and owner. I have over 10 years of experience with emergency medicine that has aided me in giving quality medical care for cosmetic surgery clients. We specialize in a number of safe and effective options and solutions to help you achieve your ideal body image. Have a one-on-one virtual consultation via phone or private suite location. Have your lymphatic therapies and all other postoperative needs performed by a licensed medical professional. Mobile postoperative services are also available upon request. Not interested in cosmetic surgery at this time? No worries. We also provide an array of body modification services to fulfill all of your beauty enhancement requests. We understand how costly aftercare can be after a cosmetic surgery. Ask about our affordable payment plans today with instant approval and no hard credit check. Log on to www.nursetobeauty.com for more information. Call or text 404-849-0260. For education, client transformations, and reviews, follow all of our social medias at Nurse to Beauty. See you next time.
Let me get it. It's about another one, I put it on your fitted. Willing hand, baby, but who the baby sitting? Me and Blade, they can stomach it, they put it running shit it. I'm a Booker T in 95, can you dig it? Okay, we coming for you niggas, say it, I meant it. Downtown Atlanta, I was right there by the city. When I found out I can really do it, so I did it. I'ma rock this shit like I want to. Ooh, I'ma fuck around and move. Go against the tribe, you can fuck around and lose. Shit hit so hard, they can fuck around and sue. And I'ma win that. This my house, you a house, get Sinbad. Picture me a goat, when you snap it, can you sit that? We gon' drop this and they gon' feel it like an impact. I'm a different type of nigga on the microphone. And I'm from the 6, see we talking about his own. And I'ma let y'all have it, but right now it's all about me, like in my song. If you want smoke, boy, you better buy a bomb. Me and Teasy, we in the zone like we by the zone. If you got heart, you can ride along. Y'all can't see me to the end of the show. Bicon, wait a minute. Me and Blade finna make another run again. Me and Blade finna make another run again. Me and Blade finna make another run again. Me and Blade finna. Me and him finna make another run again. Me and him finna make another run again. Me and him finna make another run again. Me and Blade make it to the whole summer. I like it when you jam. I like it when you jam. I like it when you jam. You know who I am. You gon' get this dance. I like it when you jam. I like it when you jam. Life feed. When I'm on that stage, don't nobody hype me. I'm the franchise boy, but don't got a white tee. And ain't over to the lady saying in the right key. What you say? I'm working. Like I ain't got no money. Let her work in. Let her work in. Let her work in. I'm working. Let her work in. Like I ain't got no money. Let me get it now. What you say? I'm working. Like I ain't got no money. Let her work in. Let her work one time.
That's what I need. That's what I'm missing right now. I need somewhere where I can go listen to a good live band and really just feel the music on my heart. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm needing right now. What's up, y'all? Welcome back. This is All Hustle No Fear on Hits 92.3. Stoner will be in the building shortly. He said he's about 10 minutes away, so we're going to get started with some of the conversations that we're going to have with him. We will be talking about, like I said, we definitely will be talking about Anita Grayson. We're also going to try to talk about Delaware has decided that corporations can vote in local elections. Yeah. And the first thing I thought about when I heard that was when y'all allowed Hobby Lobby to have opinions about whether or not their employees could have birth control or not. I knew right then we were starting a deadly line that we did not need to cross. That as a business, what I do with my body should not affect you at all. And so now we're going to talk about that with Stoner later on today. We're also going to talk about this rumor that's going around with TSA saying that they don't care if you have weed in your bag no more. When I first saw that, I was like, oh yeah, nah, y'all about to get caught up on some shit because weed is still illegal federally and y'all don't play with the airport. Like, you could fight. I beat your ass on the courtroom steps. I beat your ass on a courtroom step. I swear to God I would, with no problem. But inside of Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta Airport, you got it. I'm never going to be on a no-fly list, okay? In Hartsfield Jackson, baby, I'm the most respectful person you know. You got it. You could 5150 me in Hartsfield Jackson, and I promise you, you're not going to get a rise out of me because it ain't no way in hell you going to take away my flight privileges forever. Y'all be acting crazy in the airport. Y'all can't do that. But you also need to know what you can and can't do. If TSA is saying they don't care, let's make sure we know what we actually supposed to know. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit. And I got another story right here. What's this lady talking about? As a matter of fact, you know what? We can start one now. And then when Stoner get here, we'll go with the ones that I really want to talk about with Stoner. Let me see. Y'all got... Teacher said, girl, I am in the kitchen jamming. I've been playing some good music this morning, haven't I? Y'all make sure y'all hit up All Hustle No Fear, and you need to submit your music if your music is good enough to have us jamming and moving and grooving and stuff like that too, okay? Speaking of jamming, moving, and grooving, tonight we have a really great show. He's been on now for about a good couple of months now. I think it's been about 4 or 5 months that he's been on the station. But the Soul Love radio show is just a really good show. He doesn't stream because he plays different music and he can get us kicked off of YouTube. So he doesn't stream, but the things that he talks about, the way he incorporates the music with his topic, and when he interviews people, the way he just shows love. Soul Love Radio Show is a great example of good shows on Hits 92.3 that offers people the ability to really just showcase themselves and what makes them so special. Soul Love is a very special individual, and it shows in how he cultivates his show. And whether he hears this or not, it is what it is. Clip that. I don't know why I always look over here like it's somebody over here that's about to clip it for me. Anyways, clip that. Whether he sees this, me giving him his flowers or not, Hits 92.3 as a whole has just had some really dope shows that have taught me things and that have given me completely different perspectives. So check out Soul Love. He really does have a good show. He really does have a good show. Big Red, what's up, big baby? How you doing? I have missed you. I don't know why I be seeing you pop in on Stoner Show and talk to them and stuff, but you ain't been over here on my show in a minute, so I've been kind of jelly. You know what I'm saying? I've been feeling kind of jealous, like you don't love me the same no more. But Big Red, I have so many great things to tell you. I really do. You will be very proud of me at the things that I'm doing. And one of the things I want to say is when you were like, just make more money. I want to tell you I hated you for that one. Because it's like, if I could just make more money, I would just make more money. But one of the things that I implemented that I'm doing or I'm working on, one of my little side quests, I'm waiting for it to make more money. But I see the potential of it, and I've been working on it. So I can't wait to actually sit down and talk to you again because one thing about it is, if we talk, we not talking again until I did something about whatever we did on that last conversation. I don't care if it take me 6, 8, 12 months to talk to you again. I am not calling you back until I did something from the previous conversation, because it just doesn't feel right to come back with an empty hand. So my hand is full, and I have a lot to talk to you about. And I know every time you pop up I say that, but it's very true. We got to sit down and we just need to have a little powwow. I am stalling. If anybody's wondering, I'm stalling. I'm waiting on Stoner to come in because I really want to talk to him. But I do want to give out some other flowers while I have the chance. Teacher Nitra, I just want to say I really appreciate you helping me through a lot of this transition, and what it looks like from personal to professional. There have definitely been days where that word consistency hasn't necessarily set on my heart like it has in the past. And you being that ear and being like, no, you got something to do. There's a reason why you're doing this. You need to keep and hold on to the vision. It's really appreciated. And so, again, saying this to say, sometimes mentors come in places that you wouldn't expect. A lot of times you're looking for mentors that are in your same field, or people who you think are doing better than you, or whatever else. And sometimes a mentor can really just come in the face of a person who just sees you, who really just sees you. And both of these people, whether it's Big Red or whether it's Anitra, I believe that they really do see me. And especially Big Red, the moment he said, I got a dossier on you, I was like, oh yeah, you watching. But sometimes you have to just play into that, and don't always think that a person is saying something to you and that they are criticizing you. Just because it makes you feel bad, that is your nervous system trying to regulate and trying to figure out where you're supposed to put how you feel and your emotions or whatever. But if what they're saying is coming from a place of love, if what they're saying is honest and true and it's right and you know it's right, if you are fucking up, if you're dropping the ball and they're calling you out on it, you cannot sit up there and be like, well, I dropped the ball because it is that and the third. No, you just got to accept it. You just got to accept it sometimes and make it work and do something different. When I tell you, getting up these last 2 or 3 days and not having to take them kids to school in the morning allowed me to see that a lot of the emotion that I was having behind doing the show had nothing to do with the show. And it had everything to do with, I'm tired. I was tired. You not get, look, Queen, shut the fuck up. I hear Queen right now. Sunshine, you can't do this. You can't burn the candle at both ends and put some fire and some heat in the middle. You're going to burn out. You're going to put yourself in the hospital. And whether or not I want to admit it to myself, that's exactly what I was doing. Whether I was doing it for sacrifice, for cause, or for whatever else, doesn't matter. That's exactly what I was doing. And things are going to see the repercussions of that. And the thing that saw it the most was all hustle, no fear. But I also had Anitra there to say, hey, sweetheart, I know you just got off of work at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I know you just got up at 6. And I know you want to go ahead and sleep in that car. But even if you do the show for an hour, that's better than not doing the show at all. And on the mornings where even I couldn't even do that and I felt guilty, that guilt was for a reason. That guilt was for a reason. And as long as I put that guilt in the right place, I can use it to get better and do right. We will have 500 viewers. I promise you that. I promise you that. All Hustle No Fear will have 500 viewers live. It's going to take some more consistency. It's going to take me putting some money into some different places and doing some different things. But I know what I need to do. And I'm capable and I'm able, and we're going to do that. Wherever you are in your world, in your business, in your life right now, if you're falling short on some things, it's okay. We have this belief system that we are always supposed to be straight A's. Baby, you can still get a 3.0 if you got a C in there somewhere. You can. You can still have it all and not have it all. You can't. Some things might fall a little short and it might not look perfect, but it can look great. You just got to stay steadfast. So, I'm going to try to give Stoner a few more minutes. What we're going to do. Oh, let me go to the, wait. Big Red said you were calling last time. And I did, but you didn't answer the phone. Remember? I did. You ain't answer the phone. You was busy. And it was okay, because then I went off and did some more stuff. So now I got some more stuff to talk to you about. It's okay. It's okay. Teacher Nietzsche said, oh, don't make me cry. No, I know I give you a headache. As much as, friend, I know I give you a headache. And it's okay, because, you know, I am who I am, and you are who you are. And why are you cutting onions this early in the morning? No, nobody else is cutting onions. It's just you. Ew. Big Red says, you got me emotional this morning. I have a big call later this morning. Unicorns such as yourself are the reason I got into coaching and mentoring in entrepreneurs. I'm so proud of your growth. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. And I also know that, you know, my growth is because a lot of the conversations that I've had with you guys right here on this show. And I just want to say, you know, some big things are happening to me. I just got finished hosting a wedding, 2 festivals. I will be hosting a event for the 4th of July with Young Jock in the city of East Point. And I just got finished doing a movie. It was only a scene, but I don't care. I'm going to say it like I just got finished doing a movie because I got an IMDb credit. So, hey, it is what it is. I am in the year of say yes. Let's just say okay. You know what I mean? Even down to the other things. Okay, so look, this is something we haven't talked about, but we do need to talk about this real quick, right? Again, stalling for Stoner. You will get to a point in doing what you do where you realize your worth and other people will realize your worth too. But they will still try to take advantage of your worth and not pay you for it. Case in point, I had a situation where since I've been on the food truck, y'all know I utilize my resources. I pass out my flyers with every pizza. I've started investing in a little bit more money into my physical marketing. And what I do is every pizza, get a flyer. When we go to places like Rum Punch, oh God, that's a perfect spot. I give out tons of flyers at that. So when we go to different locations, I have a new set of people that I can pass out my information to. And it's working. It's working, you guys. I see it working, right? Somebody called me and they wanted me to do something. They wanted me to host with their situation, but I'm asking them to explain it to me and give me more information. And it really sounds like I'm going to get butt fucked on the end. Just being honest. It sounds like you want me to do a lot of work with the, oh, you'll get a lot of you'll be seen, or you'll get in front of other people, but I'm not getting paid. And you want me to utilize my resources, my time, my platform, my for but you don't want to pay me. And you're like, well, there's sweat equity in it. Yeah, I'm sweating now, but I need equity now. I have learned it took 6 years to get here. 4 or 5 years ago, I would have took this and looked at it as an opportunity. Now I look at it as you've playing with me. So instead of just saying it like that, I asked them to send me a contract. Because you're talking real fast right now and everything you say on the phone sounds good, but I need to look at it and really sit in it. I was thinking like Big Red. I know I was. He sent me that contract. I took the contract and I put the contract in Chat GPT and I said, Chat GPT, tell me how this contract is benefiting or not benefiting me and how I need to counter propose instead. Oh, Chat GPT said, baby, this is a good start, but we're not going to do this. And it gave me all this information and all these other things and all this other stuff that I should say. So I rewrote the contract as a counter offer and I resent it. When I resent the counter offer, they did not like it. And it wasn't that they didn't like it. It was just that they didn't want to meet me where I was. I was like, well, counter offer my counter offer. Give me something else. But it was absolutely nothing. Okay, I'm not going to let you waste my time. But I'm also not going to feel like I lost out on something because I know something else will come. Something else better. And this showed me that what I'm doing is working. Because I definitely wouldn't have met this person just being in the station. I wouldn't have met this person at some of the different events that I'd be at. I met this person specifically because I'm out and about and I'm doing things differently and I'm moving differently and I'm moving with intent and I'm moving with growth in mind, right? So saying all that to say, you guys, growth is available. Make sure you talk to your mentors because they will give you ideas and perspectives. I know that some of the things that I'm doing and the way that I'm moving is because of conversations that I've had with Big Red in the past. I know that some of the guilt that I have that I'm carrying right now is because of some of the conversations that I've had with Anitra, but it's good guilt because it will put me back where I'm supposed to be and doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And for everybody that is out there, like, share, subscribe, send this to somebody else, whoever needed to hear this, and you find some sort of mirror, you can understand where I'm coming from. Hopefully, this is a conversation that you needed as well. So there's that. Oh yeah, I did the wrestling event. Definitely was something I was so nervous about that one because I've never done a wrestling event before. That's not my realm, but you know what? I'm going to do it. And I killed it. I did a really good job with that one too. That was really great. We not doing that. However, continue. What? We not doing what? What did I do? By the time I finished the sentence, did I do it right? He said, talk your shit, equity talk. Yeah. No, equity talks, but it talks right now too. I mean, I can understand equity for the future, but pay me right now too. Pay me what I'm worth. And when I sent what I felt like I was worth, either they didn't think I was worth it or they didn't have it. Either way, that's not my problem. And you got to be able to walk away. They'll come back. I'm not worried about it. Bust your guns with equity talk, a counter offer. Yep. Counter offer. Like what's his name? Birdman said, we can renegotiate the contract. The contract can always be renegotiated. Always. All right, let's go ahead and talk about this first video, and hopefully Stoner will be here shortly. Here we go.
The Find a Black Doctor directory is being sued by a white doctor, a white dermatologist in Colorado, Dr. Travis Morrell, because he's saying that the directory is discriminatory. Oh, wow. In 2022, I had a severe reaction to the medication Lamictal. I got the rare dress syndrome. I'm talking, my eyes were yellow, my skin was jaundiced. I had a fever of 104 going into septic shock, mind you. I went to a hospital 3 times, and 3 times the same white doctor denied admitting me, telling me to take a Benadryl and take a break. Take a Benadryl and take a break when I am getting worse by the day. I had a full body rash from the top of my scalp to literally the bottom of my feet. It hurt me to walk. I had to beg to be admitted. And when I was finally admitted, they realized how sick I actually was. Do you know that same white doctor came to my bedside after I had been admitted and put on oxygen and apologized to me for not listening to me because, quote, he didn't know what.
Why did it stop talking? Okay. Basically what she was about to say was that the doctor told her that he didn't know what that particular ailment looked like on black skin. And so that's why he didn't necessarily believe that something was wrong with her. The fact that there are white people out there that are so sensitive about discrimination because they are so discriminatory towards us is crazy. It's crazy to think that you are going to sue an app that is allowing black people to find black doctors because you are a white doctor and you feel like that's discriminating against you. How you feel about that, Stoner?
I feel like I feel like they're 100% right.
The white doctor?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Explain. I love you. Explain. Damn it, I didn't want to cross over. Go ahead.
Because if you it's the same way I feel about the Uber women only driver shit. Mm-hmm. If you're excluding a group, you're taking money out of that group's hand. Bottom ass line. Mm-hmm. We live in a capitalist system. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If you're excluding a group because of their race, that's discrimination. Bottom line. You could dress it up and make it sound however you want to make it sound, and black people first, and black people know each other's stuff. If you are discriminating against doctors who've gone to school for longer than you've been alive because of their race, that's ridiculous. I'd be suing too.
So, but what if knowing that those doctors discriminate against you, or knowing that those doctors give you less palatable care, knowing that those doctors tend to misdiagnose you, or tend to give you less pain medication, treat you differently, knowing all of those things.
Let there be an app that only finds white doctors. What are black people going to do?
But there are definitely things that discriminate and don't allow black doctors to be a part of them. There are definitely things out there like that.
Where would that be legal? Where would it be legal?
It's illegal. I just said, but it's
so if you're running an app and you put it out on the internet and someone sues you, that's because it might be against the law. Where would it be legal to have an app that did not list? Because remember, black doctors ain't the only doctors. Chinese doctors, Indian doctors, Pakistani doctors, Middle Eastern doctors. Show me an app where all these doctors don't exist. They exist on some app somewhere. When you get on WebMD, they bring you up a list of all kinds of doctors. It's not just white doctors. Sometimes black people go, I understand we're trying to level the playing field and try to look out for ourselves. But if you are doing something that is discriminatory against another group, you should not be surprised that these people are going to sue you. If this app did not have a lawyer on stand already, y'all are idiots.
So the white lady who sued the Black Mothers group, they had the Black mothers that were trying to protect they were losing babies.
Right.
And so they had a group that was trying to
help. A doula
group.
group.
Right, exactly.
Right.
And she sued them because she was white and she wanted to be in the group. And they were like, but this is for Black mothers.
That's different. That's not a profession. That's a group of people.
Okay.
That's a like-minded group of people
that were getting together to protect themselves because something in the system was happening.
Just like if they were sexually assaulted, just like if they were all went to,
So these are Black women that have had this experience together, and so we're grouping together.
We can
Okay.
That's a group of people that's been mistreated and wrong.
So what about that that grant program where they trying to shut down them Black women that have a grant program where they're going to give the money out to a black female business. So it's a white man that's like, nah, y'all can't do that because you discriminating against white male men to be able to get this money.
The grant program has every right to decide what they're going to do with their money.
Okay.
Let me
explain this. The reason why I was asking him the different story, because I want y'all to see that he's not just saying it. He has reasons why he's coming. The first one, it legally, damn it, he's there. Okay. I like this. Hold on. Sunshine Stoner, ask your doctor, have they read that book? It is discriminatory and they will be liable for major lawsuits. Wait a minute. Medical Apartheid is a great book that speaks to this topic.
I agree. Medical apartheid exists. This all exists. Definitely. I'm not saying that I'm not saying
the reason why they made it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I'm not saying the reason they made it doesn't make sense.
But the legality behind the actual thing is what we going off of.
Right. We can't just unilaterally rewrite the table just because we know that. We know it's against us. We know shit is fucked up but there's a legal way to do that shit. And if you start going down that line, one day somebody's going to say, I don't want that Black doctor touching me. How many times have we seen people scream in the hospital when they say, I don't want this Black doctor. I want a white doctor. And y'all go up and, oh, how you going to, this Black man went to school for 30 years and you treating him like he can't serve you? If you want to make hell about people turning down Black doctors at hospitals, how dare you come up with a fucking website that's going to turn down white doctors before they even get to the hospital? That's ridiculous. You can't swing the pendulum both ways. You can't ask for equality and then go into discrimination. It just doesn't work.
Okay, so then should they have some sort of requirements for the white doctors to be able to be on the list or whatnot? Like, should you be able to pull up that white doctor's tenure and be able to find out if that person actually is an advocate towards African Americans or Black people, or if that person, you know, like this lady says, has things on their record where people are saying, "Hey, nah, he don't even listen to people." Like,
if the list is created by private citizens, that's one thing. If the list is connected to doctors in any way, that's against the law.
Wait, what if, I mean, how is a doctor not a private citizen?
A doctor is not a private citizen. He took an oath. He took an oath to serve.
So if the doctor's husband made the list, that would be different.
No, because now the doctor's husband is biased. You're trying to make trying to make sure your wife gets on all the damn, you know what I'm saying? I made the list, so y'all make sure y'all. As soon as I find out your wife is on the list, you biased, nigga. That's like we playing basketball. You coach a team and your son play. That's a bias. I can't take the fact that your son is on the team because you're the coach. Your wife is on the team because you're the husband. If a private citizen comes up with this list, that's totally fine, because this is the private citizen gathering the information, speaking to the people, putting the list together.
Like Angie's list.
Right. But when you have doctors who take solemn oaths and also sign up with the state board, so this is a state-regulated individual. This is not a private citizen. This is a state-regulated individual. This is a person that has to sign up with the state board.
And they have certain things, that they have to follow, and certain protocols.
You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
I don't think that I think the list is a great idea, but if I find if like I said, if you put together the list, or like Moms About Teachers, these are the best Black teachers you could have at the school, and blah 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 blah. People can feel discriminated against, but it's legally not against the law. But if you're
a teacher with the teacher union and you come up with this list,
exactly,
that's not right.
That's not right.
Okay.
That's not right.
What say y'all? Y'all out there listening and talking? Go ahead. Give me y'all idea on it. I got another story for you, Stoner. Actually, you sent me this story, and I was like, what the hell? Here we go.
Oh, you thought you were going to be able to own a house? In Delaware, they just declared that if a corporation owns land, it can vote in local elections. Yeah, small little beach town just north of Ocean City, Maryland, right across the Delaware border there. They decided, they're like, hey, most people don't actually live here, and we got local elections. Why don't we let the landlords that don't live here vote through their corporations and LLCs? And then I got stuck in court for years and years and years. And then a judge sat down one day, pulled out the Delaware state constitution, brushed it off, and then went, it doesn't say here that a dog can't play basketball. Oh, sorry, read that wrong. Doesn't say here that a corporation can't vote. And so now we are so close to a data center being built on Fenwick Island, Delaware, and then that data center declaring itself an entity, and then robots having more rights than immigrants and women. Like, we are so close. We are this close.
Like I said earlier, when I saw this, the thing that came to my head first was Hobby Lobby. So years ago, Hobby Lobby petitioned that as a corporation and as a business, they have a vested right to have political or religious beliefs as a business.
Okay.
And so as a business, they feel like their political belief is we don't believe in birth control. So they don't allow their employees to be able to receive birth control
on
through their health care. I felt like that was the beginning of letting corporations overreach, because I work for you. I'm just here for 40 hours. What I do with my body should not be your issue.
Totally agree.
But Hobby Lobby wasn't doing it because they cared about reproductive rights.
No.
They were doing it because they didn't want to pay for health care.
Right.
And they didn't want to pay the premium that you would have to pay for only women. Because who else needs birth control? Men aren't using their insurance to get condoms.
No.
So it's one set of people that they were targeting. They just didn't want to pay health care for women.
Mm-hmm.
And so it passed. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the beginning of this bullshit. So you're telling me because you don't have any people living, and I guarantee you don't have people living on this island or on this stretch of beach because it costs too much. I guarantee you. It costs too much for a regular person to live there. The people that live there or the people that have are probably, they coming in for, vacation, this day vacation house or whatever. And so the corporations that are going to be buying land or buying houses or anything like that, half the time, they're not even from America. These are Chinese corporations buying this place. So now you're giving a foreign entity voting rights in your country. Do y'all not see how crazy this is? I feel like the little red man. I feel like him when he be telling stuff, he be getting red and mad because this don't make sense to me. Why would you allow a foreign entity to be able to have voting rights? China would never. And y'all talking about communism. China would, what camera am I on? That camera right there. China would never.
Never at all.
Would never give you the opportunity to do this.
No.
Already putting your food in China's hands.
No.
Already put.
That's how China is run, though. China has all. That's how communism is built with the corporations built in.
Okay.
You got to remember, the state runs.
No. That's not what I mean. I mean, China would never allow another country to be able to have voting rights in their country because they went through. That's what I'm saying.
But the corporations in China do. That's why they revolting every 4 or 5 years, because these big corporations make decisions for people because they're tied into the government. But would they let an outside foreign country come in? Absolutely not. Not unless they were paying them out the wazoo, which is why Russia has so much influence in China.
Ooh, Teacher Nietzsche said, but isn't that voting twice? The corporation and the individual. But
no.
See, that's the thing. There's no individuals
that live there. No. It's
There's
the corporation
no
land
that live there.
Right.
It's the people who hold the land deed. So, like he said, I could go buy some land and I can open a data center. Now that I have that data center on that land, I can make a vote and decide whatever I want.
So people,
and of course, I'm going to vote in special interest. No, we don't want to add no more money to the school system. No, we don't want to work on roads and pay. Data centers don't need roads and stuff like that. Why would we need that? We don't have employees or anything working here. No, we don't care that this is a food desert. We don't need any more grocery stores because why? We don't have no people in here. We only got 2 workers here. We don't need that.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
Here's the real how do they say it? The mensch of all of this. It doesn't say what kind of corporation it has to be.
So the mob could come in?
Huh?
The mob. I thought nefarious. I'm sorry.
No.
Immediately I thought nefarious.
I'm thinking in the sense of I have a corporation.
Oh, I do too. I
right. So whereas you may be leaning towards thinking that the data centers, if every private citizen just has an LLC, now the private citizen has 2 votes.
Yes, because I actually live there and I own a property and an LLC here, so I get a vote as my property and I get a vote as a private citizen.
And then
now.
as an LLC, I don't even have to own the property. I just got to be leasing somewhere. That lease makes that LLC a resident of that area.
But he didn't say resident. He said you had to own land.
That's because they're talking about in the sense of big corporations like data centers. What they're not, the intricacies of it is, if you're an LLC and you have a mailing address, that's where your business resides.
And now you have, because it's a loophole.
So on one side, this could be very bad for the corporations. On the other side, if the people organized in that area, because the reason why it's happening in Fenwick is because Fenwick is somewhat of a tourist area. It's not a big tourist area, but it's a very old tourist area. It's like old, like how Panama City used to be back in the days when there was nothing but old people that went down there and they built the city how they wanted it to, because it was for old people. It wasn't for everybody else. Was supposed to go to Daytona and Miami, but Panama City was built by old retirees, and the city moves and look like a retiree city.
It does.
So if all those
Actually, so does Orange Beach, Alabama.
Orange
While I
Beach
was
too.
down there, when I
Yeah.
was down there, I was like, oh yeah, this is real old timey.
Yeah.
Y'all don't care nothing about new shit.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. Orange Beach. I mean, but you just going there for the beach. It's not even anything else around.
Yeah, no,
Nothing around.
Like long as you got a place to stay, you are literally here just to go to the beach.
Nothing else around.
The restaurant,
Same thing like
definitely Caucasian. Food. But when I say that, I mean like old white people.
Yeah.
Like
Same thing like if you go to well, Tybee Island is a little bit better, but it still feel like this is old white people. You ever been to Tybee?
No, I haven't. So that's actually on my list of places that I want to, try to go to by myself.
So the only reason I would
worry about taking nobody with me. I just want to go.
Only reason I would go to Tybee Island is for the restaurant, the Breakfast Club.
Okay.
And then up the street, there's a competing restaurant. And these two restaurants, when I tell you this is some of the.
Go for 2 days just to go eat.
Just for the breakfast. Oh, and then if you like seafood, on the way to actual Tybee Island, because it's like an inlet. Oh man, I can't remember it. Alligator House. I think it's called Tim's Alligator House. Anyway, and I ain't no big seafood guy.
Okay.
But it's like some of the best seafood out there. Yeah. Those 3 restaurants I would go there just for. There's other good food.
So when I first moved to Atlanta back in the 1900s, people used to say that Tybee Island was like a really dirty, like a dirty beach or whatever, or that it's not a really nice beach to just sit on, or what? Is that true?
No, it's just an inlet beach. It's not like it's like Jacksonville. You ever been to Jacksonville?
Yeah, but I still don't. What you mean? Like,
don't none of these beaches have clear water? None of these beaches have white sand. This is all kind of like man-made beaches.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So.
Okay. I guess I could understand for people who swim. See, you're talking to somebody who doesn't get in the water. So just being next to the big body of water and, lay a blanket out or whatever, that, we're good.
Yeah, I mean.
But I wasn't getting in that.
No, I grew up in New York, so dirty water was all we knew.
Oh,
so when I got down south and people were like, oh man, this beach is nasty. And I'm like, oh, this looks just like New York to me. It's just dirty, dark water. But the beaches in Florida,
they're clear.
They're clear. There's beaches in North Carolina that are clear and pretty. Those are clear water beaches that are wonderful for pictures and shit like that.
Okay.
You go to Tybee Island.
It's 100 degrees outside. Y'all not gonna give a damn what that water look like. Y'all gonna get it. I'm not, but
Oh no, you got to get. I'm 2 years overdue from getting in the fucking beach. I need to get my body into the water.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, if you ever just want to go to the pool, I got a nice little, spot out in Douglasville.
Nah, you gotta have
put some food on the grill and stuff like that.
Unless we can fill up the pool with pink Himalayan salt, it's not the same thing.
No, we can't do that.
It's not the same thing.
But you know what? Since you said that, I know what I'm gonna get you for your birthday.
What's that?
I'm gonna get you a visit to that spa where you can lay in the big egg bubble, and it's a salt spot, and it allows.
Oh yeah. The desensitized. Yeah. I'm claustrophobic.
Oh, I did the thing too, and I was like, "Hey, look, I'm good." After about 15 minutes,
let me up out of there, bitch.
Myself no more.
Let me up out of there, bitch.
We not having good thoughts.
Right. There's people talking to me.
Hey,
there's people talking to me in here.
Let me out. It's getting too real. I need a therapist in here with me. I need to go.
Like that nigga Drake said, I don't do psychedelics because I ain't got time to fucking.
Y'all smoke weed for different reasons.
Right.
I smoke weed because this
be talking to me.
Mhm.
I be smoking weed to shut this
Shut
up.
this motherfucker up.
Yeah, I was in that egg. I said, oh,
Nah,
hell
this ain't
no.
it. This ain't it for me. This ain't. I mean, I've always known I was claustrophobic, but just the thought of that, because the last time I was in anything like that was I had to get like a CTE, one of them scans.
Hell no. And then to be making that noise,
Nigga,
let me out this bitch.
when I came out that bitch, because you know they put you in a little gown and shit, right?
Give me up. They don't move fast enough when they
don't
let
move
you
fast.
out.
That shit don't
They
move.
don't move fast enough when they let you out. I mean,
When they pull that shit out, my gown was stuck to my body because I was sweating like a motherfucking pig in there. I thought I was gonna die in that bitch.
You be locked up. You be like, don't move. Bitch, who moving?
Don't move your head. Don't move your head.
Get me out.
Bitch, I'm playing dead in here. So
Yo,
y'all don't think about killing me.
And immediately, look, you ain't never had no metal in your body ever. But as soon as you get in that thing,
You
the
start
first thing
feeling
you
it.
thinking it's like, damn, I took iron pills this morning.
Right, goddamn. Gonna suck my blood through my body. This shit, why is it so loud? Why is it so loud?
Y'all ain't got no AC in this thing?
God damn,
Y'all
right.
built this whole thing and y'all couldn't put no fan in this bitch?
Or at least put a little goddamn speaker in that shit.
Shit, a
Drop-
hole in the sky so I can
at least
sky
see
or
something.
something.
Goddamn.
Jesus.
That's the first thing I ever. The first thing, anytime I ever get in a car accident, it's the first thing I think about. Shit, I'm gonna have to go in that CTE machine if I want to get paid.
This is about to be bad.
This is about to be bad. What you think about the new Google search?
What's the new? Oh, that is all AI.
That is all AI.
I'm going to ask Jeeves. I'm asking Jeeves.
Ask Jeeves still around?
Yeah, I mean, it better be. At this point, we're gonna figure it out. I'll go back to Yahoo if I have to.
All AI, bro.
What I wanted to talk to you about, because we got just a few minutes, but the next show, I mean, they won't be too mad if I'm a little late.
Nah.
They won't be too mad.
I think we can figure it out.
Anita Grayson.
Anita Grayson. Something.
Okay, there we go. It'll stop. Anita Grayson, the 60-something-year-old woman who went into the coffee shop because she was mad about her coffee order, and she got into an altercation with the two.
The Tim Hortons, and they kill her in the Tim Hortons.
They did not kill her. They did not kill her.
She didn't die?
She died, but they did not, and that has to be the distinction.
Okay, so
because if we're talking about law, that has to be the distinction.
So here's a question: did she die from medical malpractice?
What she died from was a pre-existing condition that she had that exacerbated because she walked in there.
All right. So this goes back to the same story that we were talking about with the girl who got off the bus and fell and hit her head and died. Had you not put your hands on that little girl, she wouldn't be dead. Had you not put your hands on that old lady.
But they didn't. The old lady came into the store. Have you seen the video?
Yeah, I've seen the video.
So the old lady walked into the store
and tried to attack them.
And they tried to defend themselves and stop her.
Mm-hmm.
You see her grab somebody's hair.
Nah, yeah, I did see
and
that.
Put
she
it
attacked.
in her purse.
Yeah, I don't think it's murder.
And then she sat down.
But
when she sat down, her body said, "Bitch, you overloaded," and it shut down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think anybody should be charged for that because she came in the store looking for smoke.
Okay.
But did she die by these people's hands? Yes.
So, who do you think the responsibility falls on? Does the responsibility? Okay.
Because she came in the store looking for smoke.
Okay. But you still put the body on them?
You punched the bitch in the face, she died.
But she didn't die because you punched her in the face. She died because she had a heart attack because she was moving too damn fast and she got worked up.
I understand that.
I didn't get her worked up.
No, you didn't get her worked up, but you still threw the punch. She still died. I'm not saying it's your fault that she's dead.
Yeah, no, I get that. But I still don't correlate the punch. Like, okay, as an ME, right? As an ME, if I have this body on my table, the punch is not the causation of the heart attack. The heart attack is a cause of heart disease and overexerting yourself in a situation that didn't matter. But it would be the same if she started working out and decided she wanted to go run a damn marathon out of nowhere. Your heart can't take that.
The marathon killed you.
But the punch didn't kill her.
The punch killed you.
What say y'all? What say y'all?
I'm not putting blame on anyone.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I say no. I get
I'm
that
just
part.
saying.
I get that.
Had she came in there and you let her snatch your hair around and swing you around and walk away, she probably wouldn't have died. But you got to defend yourself. You can't let nobody come in here and just snatch you up. So you got to defend yourself.
Okay,
in
so
defending myself,
if she would have tossed her around and the girl wouldn't have defended herself and she still would have died, what would have been the cause of death?
she killed herself by overexerting herself in that point.
So
but
how is she still not killing herself for overexerting herself when she got punched?
Because I had to defend myself. I'm punching you. If you come in here to attack me, when I throw my punch, I'm trying to hurt you.
Yeah, but just because I'm trying to hurt you doesn't mean that the hurt is enough to cause terminal
I don't
damage.
know that you got a heart disease, so I'm gonna hit you as hard as fucking possible to kill you. You don't get in fights for anybody to walk away living.
No, and I get
right.
That.
So
y'all don't. I ain't trying to kill y'all. I'm just trying.
No, I'm not trying to kill nobody.
Yeah, I'm just trying to
but
stop
I'm just
you
saying.
From coming.
In
you
the
keep
moment,
coming, I'm gonna keep going. But the moment you stop, I'll stop. I'm good because I'm tired.
In the moment of the fight, people gonna choke each other. People gonna do stuff that in the end you're like, damn, I could have really hurt somebody, or I really.
Yes,
but during the fight, you're not pulling no punches because it's an old lady. I'm gonna knock your fucking block off. And if you die, you die. You shouldn't have came in here trying that bullshit over some fucking $2.39 coffee. Now you a dead bitch.
So do you think that the family has a right to call for justice?
The family has the right to see that their elderly family member went in somewhere, started some shit, and if the heart attack ain't kill you, the punch should have killed you. Because if I'm in that McDonald's or Tim Hortons and this old lady come in and start grabbing on my employees by the hair, I'm jump kicking over the counter.
Yeah,
you gave me a free body.
Yeah, I was like that too. When I worked at Family Dollar, I had this old lady come in and she was going at it with one of my employees, and I walked in the middle of them, and the first thing out my mouth was, "She don't get paid enough for you to cuss at her like that. You need to talk to me." And then she started cussing at me. I said, "Oh, wait a minute. I made you believe that I wanted to hear it too. I don't get paid enough for you to talk to me either, but you definitely not about to talk to her like this." Let me just say this, people, and I go back to this over and over again. We are in a place and time where logic is overruled by emotion and how you feel and what you think. Let me tell you something. How you feel and what you think is just like an asshole. Everybody got one, but don't nobody care about nobody else's except for their own. I don't care about what you think. I don't care about how you feel. That is your asshole. That is your problem. But there are systems in place for you to deal with things like this. Could she have went in there and complained? Absolutely. Could she have picked up that receipt, looked at the customer service number, and called customer service and told them that she was having a bad time? Y'all be in there talking about, well, I need to know your name. No, you don't. All you need to do is go in and be like, whoever's on schedule. It was the girl in the front. Because guess what? They know where everybody's position is at in that damn store. They know who the cashier is for today, who's clocked in and who they paying them for. Yep. You don't need people's name. Y'all be asking for stuff and doing stuff, and you be putting yourself in these positions, and it is your fault. It is your fault.
You know who I blame, right?
I'm ready.
Oh, I blame women. Women run this shit now.
It's so many men that be going in there acting a damn fool too. And wait, let me just acting a damn
I'm not
fool.
saying
y'all be treating fast food workers
I'm
way different
I'm not
than
saying that
other people, and I don't like that.
I'm not saying that men aren't doing it. I'm saying that we live in a world where these outrageous outbursts on people are accepted because a bitch is a Karen. We live in a world where a Karen is a well-known noun.
Yeah.
Not because
it's a verb. It's an action. It's a verb. Being
verb?
A Karen is a verb.
It's a verb, okay.
Because it's an action. You are being a Karen.
Right.
That's a verb.
There was a time when if you made a scene in the store, the police almost get called on your ass. You know what I'm saying? We're past that time.
Now
we live in a world.
Made a scene in the store, then we actually pacify you and try to make it better or try to give you what you want to calm you. That I can see that. Okay. But let's take that's. Whew, we don't have enough time in a day.
That's an environment that has been created by women.
The pacification.
Not just the pacification. Strong women have fought for. Hey, you better listen to me when I come with my arms crossed.
Oh, and you gotta have a thick
Right.
baby. You
if you don't do this, if you don't
wow,
listen to
we're
me,
getting something done.
don't let me be recording because I'll cancel your whole business. I'll shut your whole thing down, blase, just because I came in here with my arms crossed and my water bottle in my and my you know what I'm saying?
And they think it works.
And they think it works. So
and
when
you
this
are allowing it to work.
So when this lady walks in here,
she thought she was gonna get what she wanted. But there's also a underlining. I'm the elder. You're supposed to do what I want, or you're supposed to respect me.
Yeah, that definitely played
unmitigated.
Yeah, that played into that for sure. I'm sure. That definitely played into
yeah,
it.
that's one of those things where I've had somebody tell me that they was like, oh, because that's an elder, you're supposed to respect them. I said, they're not my elder.
Yeah.
And he was like, but he been on this planet longer than you have. I said, but if he been on this planet longer than I have, and he was a crackhead the whole time, that don't automatically make me deserve to respect him.
No, but I feel like I feel like you walk in the earth, you get the respect. But once you start with disrespect, I don't have to respect shit.
Correct.
If you come at me with disrespect, I don't have to respect shit. And then what I respect about you only goes so far.
Right.
You don't get carte blanche.
Right. You don't get more respect just because of age.
Right.
That's my thing. I respect you on the same level that I would respect a baby, a toddler, anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Because y'all don't respect kids. That's why I started with babies and toddlers. Y'all don't respect kids enough for me. But anyways.
Now here we go again. Because you just said if your age doesn't earn you any respect, right? Mm-hmm. Why would I respect the kid?
Because that is a human being. They don't respect them as humans. This man, and I'll give you a prime example. I give you a prime example how I mean this. I will be talking about this tomorrow. A doctor is going to jail right now because he did a circumcision on a baby without any local anesthetic or anything.
That's horrible, but
but it's a lack of respect, thinking that this is still a human. People don't treat babies and infants sometimes like humans, and it's a lack of respect.
That's how multiple cultures do it. America's the only culture that numbs, and then most
that don't make multiple cultures right. You're literally cutting something off flesh off of a human
when you can ask my mom.
I don't even have a penis.
I'm telling you,
and when I'm thinking about it, I'm like this. Like
what I'm trying to say is the penis, especially when it's first born, that's the best time to do that. Whatever pain that you're gonna go through, you're gonna heal through and just grow. Local anesthetics, that's something that is Americanized. You go to other cultures, it's been done for thousands of years, and people have grown up, and it has no kid has ever, man, that doctor circumcised me, and I feel
because you don't remember, just like I don't remember,
right?
But
so
that don't make it right.
So now, but think about it. You're about to add a foreign anesthetic to a child's body.
You're cutting his body off of him.
It's what's been done forever. That's why I'd rather my son have it in both situations. Don't give that nigga no anesthetic that's gonna have him drowsy for the next 2 days. It's the same thing like when you about to have a baby and you're gonna take this epidural. I don't want my baby drugged up coming out that. It's the same fucking thing. You in a position where this child is very vulnerable, and you about to add an extra anesthetic just to cut a piece of skin off. Cut that nigga's skin and get it done with. Don't give him this drug that's gonna have him drowsy for the next day, and y'all wondering if he's lethargic, and now we gotta put him in the ICU because we don't know how his body's gonna react to this drug. Just cut the nigga's skin. That's why it's been done that way forever, because we got a newborn baby. We're not taking no extra risk by adding drugs. What I think is crazy is they wait till they turn 13 and do a moil, call a goyim and do what's called a moil. That's Jewish people getting. That's a grown man, and you're gonna put some icy hot on it, some numbing agent, and then you're gonna cut. Now that's different. But a baby firstborn, cut that nigga, peel that shit off, get it over with. We don't need to add no more drugs. I'm sorry. I promise you. It'll be all right.
This is All Hustle No Fear on Hits 92.3.
It'll be all right. He'll be all right. Little nigga be all right. I'm all right. We all right. We all right. I don't even remember what the hell that was.
This is
not 2.3 coming up next. We got the Goat Shop, and they gonna be talking about them crazy ass Knicks. I know they are Knicks fans.
Knicks fans.
Knicks fans, because y'all going in. Y'all, why are y'all being mean to Cavs? Never mind. All hustle.
What did you just say?
All hustle, no fear. Bye.
DJ Telly, DJ Telly, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go.